Yorkshire's magnificent LV County Championship campaign nearly ended in a magnificent fashion as they came within 1 wicket of claiming a remarkable win. Jamie Overton and Alfonso Thomas seeing out the last 37 balls of the match to earn their side a draw on a day when Peter Trigo bagged the best bowling figures of his career. Yorkshire had been behind the 8 ball for much of this match and began the last day of the summer trailing their opponents by 36 runs on 148 for 2 in their second innings. And after Joe Root and Gary Ballance had added 30 more, the latter was LBW to Trigo for 69 to give the bowler all 3 wickets to fall in this innings thus far and 7 in the match. Yorkshire then surged ahead through Root and Johnny Bairstow. While Root continued to pick up his runs in a steady fashion, his partner was soon off and running with an array of superb shots. This was typical of how Yorkshire have played their cricket this summer. It's not often they've had to play catch-up, but they've always had the ability to turn up the heat just when they needed to do so. Root was at another 50 off 68 balls, this one of the 8 fours which took him to a place where he'd had to raise his bat yet again this year. Bairstow, meanwhile, was racing through the numbers, scoring his runs at better than a runner ball with boundaries aplenty. In 18 overs together, these two added 110 runs for the 4th wicket before Bairstow on 49 helped a ball from Overton into the gloves of Craig Keyswetter. Root advanced to 97 after lunch, but looking for the boundary he needed for his latest ton, he chopped a ball from Jack Leach back onto his stumps. Now it was the turn of Trigo to take over to give his side a chance of victory. He had Adil Rashid taken behind for 11. He produced a bit of a brute to have Jack leaning caught off the glove by James Hildreth for the 4th 5-wicket haul of Trigo's career and his first of this season. And he then bowled Stephen Patterson as Yorkshire went in a flash from 330 for 5 to 353 for 8. The lead stood at 181 when Yorkshire lost their last 2 wickets without adding another. Rich Pyro was easily stumped off Leach, leaving it to Trigo to get shot of Ryan Sidebottom to finish with his best ever figures of 7 for 84 and his best ever match analysis of 11 for 153, his first ever 10-wicket match haul in fact. Thanks to him, Yorkshire were all out for 365 and that left Somerset to get 182 off 44 overs. Johan Myberg was out for a single as Pyra took a stunning catch at backward point off Sidebottom. But it looked as if it was going to be Somerset's game, with Marcus Trescothick attacking strongly in the manner we've all become accustomed to over the years. He soon had his side on top and what has been a brilliant LV County Championship season appeared to be ending with a classic. 15 overs minus 2 balls in and the visitors were on 62 for 1, but a slog sweep from Trescothick off Rashid was held in the deep and the game started to turn. First innings centurion Nick Compton had laboured a bit for his 18 before he was bowled by Jack Brooks, who came on to replace Rashid. Then, having got to 83 for 3 with 20 overs to go and 99 more needed, it all went wrong for Somerset. Keyswetter was legged before to Patterson, before Bairstow dashed up to the stumps to run out James Hildreth just a couple of deliveries later. Trigo's day was ruined a little as, to the very next ball, he gave Brooks his 67th wicket of the season as he ruined the batsman's stumps. It was now 83 for 6 and Somerset were relying on their youngster Tom Abel, who was batting with a runner after being hit fielding at short leg earlier in the day. He and Tim Grunewald edged their side up to 110 for 6 and the game was still in the balance. But the tension was increased again when the latter nicked off to Sidebottom with 72 wanted off 12 overs, with only 3 wickets now in hand. 11 runs and 5 overs later, Leach was stumped off Rashid and now there was only one possible winner. Back on came Brooks and when Abel on 34 flicked him to Rashid at square leg, Somerset looked down and out on 135 for 9 with 6 overs and 1 ball of this amazing match still remaining. But batting with a runner, Thomas, aided by Overton, saw out the remaining deliveries as the game ended in a dramatic draw. Somerset finished on 151 for 9, only 31 away from their target, and they had to settle for a draw which left them in 6th place in the table for the second year running. Had they won, they would have jumped up to 4th. As for Yorkshire, this day simply showed why they are the worthy champions. They ended 17 points ahead of the rest, and it will take a lot to stop them from lifting the trophy again in 12 months' time.